11 WJRR, Orlando's rock station, Lynch and Taco Show. Good morning. Reminder, coming up right around 8 o'clock, we're going to have some Earth Day birthday information to share with you. Okay, so you've been asking questions. We're going to give you answers coming up at 8. It is time for Tech It Out, the latest tech news here on JRR. Not quite sure where Taco Bob is. He disappeared. Oh, there he is. Come on in, man. The water's fine.
I know. I just got done using the water in the restroom.
All right, let's begin with the situation with TikTok, which is set to, go dark here in the United States as of Sunday, as legislation that was passed on a bipartisan basis dictating that ByteDance, the Chinese company that owns the U.S. version of TikTok, divest themselves and sell to a non-Chinese entity or no longer be able to do business here in the United States. As of right now, no sale has been announced.
And we're at Thursday.
Yes. There are a couple things in play right now. The Supreme Court is looking at this legislation and should render their view by tomorrow. It's thought that they'll probably uphold the legislation. Again, this was a bipartisan thing on the basis of national security concerns, with the Chinese potentially just vacuuming up all of our data and using it as they see fit, which, look, you can't trust China. They're an adversary. So that's why this was put through. As it stands right now, TikTok will go dark on Sunday, but last night, and this is the latest development.
Something to do with Trump, right?
Mike Waltz, who is the incoming national security advisor for the new administration, he's from right here in Florida, did 2 different interviews last night on national news and basically said the same thing. Let me just read you from the interview last night. He says that President-elect Trump is considering ways he could preserve TikTok once he takes office. If the Supreme Court upholds the U.S. ban on the Chinese-owned social media platform, Trump has been very clear about what he'd do. This coming from Representative Mike Waltz, who will be the national security advisor. He said, number one, TikTok is a great platform that millions of Americans use and has been great for not only his campaign and getting his message out, but number two, he's going to protect U.S. users' data. That's his goal in the end, as is the legislation's goal. He went on to say, look, he's a deal maker. I don't want to get ahead of our executive orders, but we're going to create the space to put the deal in place. So it sounds like they're at work on something that will preserve TikTok for users here in the United States. What exactly form is that going to take? My best guess would be they'll extend the deadline for the sale. They're still probably going to make them sell to a non-Chinese entity. But it sounds like they're fully well aware that they don't want to piss off 170 million users here in the United States.
Yeah. When you have a guy like the Facebook dude on your side, and you have Elon Musk, and you have all these great minds, somebody can figure out how to protect our info, I would think. Wouldn't you?
Well, at the end of the conversation, they're still going to demand that ByteDance get out of the mix here.
Yeah.
So we'll see where it goes. So if you're worried about TikTok going dark on Sunday, I wouldn't get too concerned yet. It definitely sounds like there's going to be some movement on this one way or another. The state of Texas is suing Allstate Insurance for collecting driver data to raise premiums on drivers. Get this. An investigation revealed that Allstate and a company called Arity paid mobile apps millions of dollars to install Allstate's tracking software. The personal data of millions of Americans was sold to insurance companies without their knowledge or consent in violation of the law. Allstate developed the Arity driving software development kit, a package of code that the company allegedly paid mobile app developers to install in their products in order to collect a variety of sensitive data from consumers' phones. That's us. The software gathered phone geolocation data accelerator. It could tell how fast you were going in a vehicle. Gyroscopic data, details about where the phone owners started and ended their trips, and information about driving behavior, such as whether phone owners appeared to be speeding or driving while distracted, according to the lawsuit. Now, there are, insurance companies who will offer you the chance to be monitored in hopes of keeping your premiums lower.
Yeah.
But Texas is alleging they were able to get this same data through different apps that users had no idea. It's like Gas Buddy.
Or Waze, maybe?
No, I'm going to give you the actual apps that are named here. Gas Buddy, Fuel Rewards, and Life 360, the popular family monitoring app. The complaint points out that, look, not only did drivers not know this was being used in this matter, but who's to say they're actually driving a car that they're now being assigned a driving score to, or much less not on a bus or some other form of public transportation where erratic behavior is now being reported and used as a penalty against them.
Think if you were on that bright line.
right.
This guy, Mr. Lynch, is doing 180 miles an hour. So this is in Texas specifically. You're going to tell me, Lynch, look at me. You're going to tell me that other states aren't doing this as well?
No.
I bet.
No, Texas just happens to be the state that's filing against Allstate that is doing this across their yes.
All of them.
Yes. So they're just the first to bring this to light, and this just doesn't sound real good.
This is a class action right here, baby. That's one I'll sign up for. I don't have Allstate, though.
Interestingly enough, Texas is also in the news, the tech news, over these age verification law for adult sites that are in place now in 26 states, including as of the first of this year in Florida, where you have to verify you're a certain age.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court heard arguments on that yesterday, whether these laws are legitimate or not. And the initial response from the questions that the justices were asking in the inquiry yesterday seemed to indicate that they're probably not going to have a problem with age verification laws in the name of trying to restrict access to minors, make it more difficult for minors. So that's not good news for the adult entertainment industry. Again, the decision on that case probably not until the spring. Microsoft announcing they will not support Office apps on Windows 10 after October 14th. I've already told you in this segment that Windows 10 is the support for the program in general also ending in October. Now the Office suite of apps also will not have support as of October. They'll still work, but they may not be as reliable as if they were receiving regular updates and patches. Microsoft is trying to force everybody onto Windows 11.
Yeah.
Is what's happening here. And the issue, and I'm really hoping they extend this. A lot of people just are not switching because Windows 10 is perfectly fine, works great. And if you have a working computer, unfortunately, a lot of the computers that are in great working shape right now and can accommodate Windows 10 don't have the support to accommodate Windows 11. You see what I'm saying here?
100%, yeah.
There is a way. If you've got a newer computer and you're running Windows 10, you can easily transition it to Windows 11. But if you're running an older one, most cases your software is not going to support the new Windows. So
you got to go get a new computer.
New damn computer, right.
Bastards.
So it kind of puts you in a rock and a hard place there.
Somebody was talking about with the insurance companies and monitoring it.
Yeah.
So if you're on a roller coaster.
Right, exactly, yes.
This son of a bitch is going up, down.
And so are your rates.
Yeah.
And finally, there's this. I told you last week about the Venue Sports. That was going to be that collaborative sports streaming effort between, Warner, ESPN, Fox, and, multiple companies that offer sports. Mm-hmm. Venue now is not going to happen after the news of Fubo now being being purchased.
Yeah.
So
we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
DirecTV was threatening the lawsuit, I guess. So that was enough for ESPN and the others involved to say we're just going to bench Venue. It's not going to happen. With that, DirecTV now is launching their own sports streaming platform. If you try to
tell us when it finishes. Tell us what's done.
It's just, somebody said sports is what causes all of these issues with costs for watching content. And what it's getting down to here is it's like you got people who mainly watch sports when they have a service, right? And then there's people who don't care about sports yet are still charged for the cost of the sports channels. Eventually, hopefully, we'll get to the point where if you're a sports person and sports is what you want, go get that and just pay for that. Everybody else, if you don't want that, won't have to have that. Are we there yet? No. Could be soon at some point, hopefully.
Somebody texted in, had to verify my age with a pic. Had tissue and lotion in my hands. In the pic.
Yeah. You try to go to an adult site here in Florida now. If you're not on a VPN,
we tried it last week during this segment.
You got to do age verification. So it's not that you can't get to the material. It's just hoop you got to jump through now.
So be ready to take care of that then.
Or just use VPN.
Grab the lotion.
Yeah. It'll be okay. It'll all be okay. All right, let's get you a traffic update and come back after the break with that Earth Day birthday information. All right, there's your Tech It Out.
Lynch and Taco.